Hello, guys. Uh, Vitor Hugo speaking from Santarem Discus Plus in Europe. We have today with us in Facebook Marcin from Tropical, and we're gonna speak a little bit about tropical products. And who have questions about tropical products, please do it. In the hand, the best question, we're gonna send some gifts like gel formula and some softline tropical, and also a t-shirt from Santarem Discos. So make your best question to Marcin, and you're gonna receive at your home a gift from Santarem Discos and Tropical. Okay, let's do it. I introduced Marcin from Tropical. How are you, Marcin? Thanks to accept the invite. Let's
Hey,
speak a
how are
little.
you? I'm good. Thank you very much. Hopefully, everyone can see and hear me. Hopefully it will be more people than last time.
Yeah, in Instagram is not so followers. It's
Yes. But it's
uh,
just beginning, so
yes, of
it's all right.
course. I hope we have more times to make these chats. Depends the time you have, and we want to speak about that. Marcin, can you speak a little about yourself, what you're doing in Tropical, and what is your work?
Hello.
Hello, you listen me? Can you introduce yourself?
Hello. I lost you for a second.
And now?
I don't know what's happened. Just
Yeah, I'm listening you.
all right. When I'm just trying to share it on our Facebook, and when I'm doing this, I'm losing the voice. So
okay, and now you listen. Have you shared to Tropical?
yes, now I can. Not yet. So please give
do
me
it.
like
Do it.
1 minute and.
Okay, we have 27 people waiting for the questions. So, guys, this chat is in English. We cannot make the chat in Spanish, in Portuguese, in French, like we imagine. But you can make the question, and we translate to Marcin from Tropical. And, we can reply in English. We cannot translate for all the language in the world, like you imagine. That you can make the question, and you can make in your language the question, and we translate to Marcin, and the reply, of course, must be in English. Well, it's important to say, I read some questions now. Alberto, this chat gonna be about tropical products, you understand, about the foods, about the conditions for the water. So we can make a shot just to questions about breeding, how keep wild discos. But this shot, it's important to say, it's the focus is the tropical food, tropical products, and it's because we have Marcin with us from Tropical to answer all the questions. Marcin, have you shared?
There is a problem. I can't do that. So let's go through.
Oh, you think we can share? Let me see. I think I can share for a page. Let me check. Group event. Group tropical. Oh, I think I can't. You can't share to tropical? I think you can.
Just
tropical. No, I
one
don't.
Second. 1 second.
Hello, Niels. Raymond from Scotland. Welcome to this live chat. We're gonna speak about tropical products. If you have any question, please do it. We have the first question, Mr. Ogren Olenak, and also Juanito from United States. But we start with about Marcin speak about himself, what he do in tropical.
Yes, okay. I'm a brand manager of the Tropical. What I'm doing, except being the tropical worker, I'm actually I'm aquarist, so I'm keeping fish. I'm actually breeding fish. As you know, we were talking before. I have a lot of angels, the freshwater angels, and some blackberries. So it's like a combination of hobby and work. So that's what I'm basically doing. Yeah.
Okay. We have a question. It's I start with a question from one of the guys who are
All right.
still. The question is: there is a special food for every size, age of fish, not just the size of the food, but also the structure. For example,
All right.
starter, grower, and mature fish feed. It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Like the best way is to show it on the pro defense, because we have a. I don't know if you, yeah, you
Yeah.
can see that product. We have a product for the with the different sizes. So it's the micro size. It's like powder. It's basically for the really tiny babies. Actually, for the fry, hatched the same day. Maybe not the same day, but when they just absorb what they have. Yeah. Another size. It's XX double XS. It's for the young fish and also for the small fish, because it's really hard to make the product like this. What in the question, when you have a fish which have to grow to eat, it's easier to prepare the food for the different stages of the babies. But in a tank, the most of the people keeping the adult fish with young fish, so you can't have that huge differences between that food. Yeah, so basically the best way is to use quite similar food, but with different sizes. The difference in the pro defense is that actually the micro size has 60% of protein. The rest of it has less, because the adult fish doesn't need so much like the babies. Yeah, so this is actually the best way to feeding the really small fry, the tiny fry. But the rest of it, the rest sizes, they are for the bigger babies and adult fish. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but yeah, this is the. I will try to show it. This is really tiny. This is
Yeah.
the XXS compared to this one, and this is the M size of the same food. It's a really big difference. So basically, you can feed the really tiny babies, growing babies, and the adult with very similar product. So they know the taste. They know the softnesses, because the pro defense is a bit soft. It's a bit, so it's easy to eat for the most of the fish. You actually use it, so you know how it works. I don't know if you use it on the babies yet.
No, we don't have babies, but but,
Yet.
basically, you have usually tropical have three different size or two different size, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The most of the products actually has 2-3 different sizes of the food. So even if you have this, you show the soft line products, they have like S size, M size, and large size. So it's yeah. So we have the three different sizes, but there is not always that the small size. It's for the fry.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just for the small fish or the bigger fry. Yeah.
exactly. I have also a question from Paul Fernandes, a friend of mine and a friend of Santarem Discus, and who have been with me in Amazon. And Paul
All
Fernandes
right.
from Portugal, he asked if you have tried any food for babies when they born, and perhaps is Tropical have plans to make more food like the Pro Defense, the small size with more protein?
Um, we're thinking about it, but it's just the future. So I can't say
Top
that it
secret.
will be soon. Yeah, but yeah,
You are working on it. You are
yeah.
working on it.
But to be honest, like I'm using this Pro Defense, this micro size for the even for the Angel's fry. I mix it with the live Artemia because most of these babies, which they are a bit of predators, they can survive only on the powder.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
hard for them, but it's really helps get them to grow faster. Yeah.
yeah. And the people must know that in the last 4 months we are using every day the Pro Defense, and the results are really amazing because the fish grow up very fast, and also the health of the fish are much better after you use the Pro Defense. Can you speak a little about we have some questions in Germany. We're gonna translate to English to make to Martin. But can you
Okay.
speak a little bit about the Pro Defense? Because for me, it's a success. I'm really happy
Hmm.
to use and to give to the fish. The fish cannot tell me if they like it or not. But for what I see, but what I see for the colors, for how fat they are, for how they grow up, must be really something
Hmm.
special. And can you talk a little bit about the Pro Defense, Martin?
Yeah. The most important thing about the Pro Defense, except the protein, the high protein level, it's basically the the bacteria, actually the um, how to explain it, the very easy, the probiotics.
Yeah,
This is something like the sleeping bacteria, and they are in the product. And when the fish eating this, they really help to digest the food. So it's the fish can take more from this food, and also it's working very well on uh, the growing of the fish and for the health. That's the actually most important thing, because when you have a fish like you, the fish which were catch somewhere in the nature, they really need good food to not catch anything in your tank. Yeah, so it really helps them. I'm using this on my fish, and they're really happy. And another thing is what I found, and actually we also check this in laboratories. They produce more eggs, and the fry it's really stronger.
yeah,
So yeah, so you don't have a problem with dying fry. Uh, if you overfeed tank, yes, but
yeah. Of course,
that's
of course.
with the every food. But normally when you're feeding them, there is not a problems at
Is
all.
is a question one of these days? I'm thinking about that.
Hmm.
It's that bacterials Pro Defense come the probiotic. And
Hmm.
they survive inside the fish for a long time. It's something I really don't know, and perhaps it's a good question because we don't know. If I stop feeding with Pro Defense, that bacteria for a few months or a few weeks, I don't know, the effect of them stop? You know that, or
Yeah, you know, the idea is when the fish digests it, and you know, the rest of the food is getting out of the fish, so some of the bacteria they're also going out. But if you feed this constantly, you basically, I'm pretty sure that for the next few months, the fish really, they still
yeah,
really strong. There shouldn't be any problem. But I never tried because I'm feeding all the time with the same
yeah, of course,
product.
of
I'm
course.
just mixing this, of course, with some flakes like the spirulina or trialgis, because for the some fish you need a different products. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well, what the people say. I have here Paul Fernandes who make the question, and he say after give the Prodefense, he see the fish grow up more fast. Also the scalar, and they have amazing
Yeah.
color. I also have here Nelson, and he asked me. He wants to know a little more about the probiotics and how much quantity we need to give. But that's what you think. I think the question of the quantity depends of how many fish and how many times you're feeding for a day. And
Yeah, that's only this, because it's really hard to say how much of granules you have to give for those fish, because I don't know how you're feeding them. You If you're feeding only with that, I'm feeding like 3 times a day the
yeah,
babies. Yeah, but the adult fish, I don't know, 2 times. I'm not giving them too much because you don't want your adult fish to be too fat
yeah,
because you don't want to lay eggs. That's easy. That's easy. Yeah, especially when you're breeding them.
yeah,
When you have just a tank, it's okay to feed them more, but it's still 2 times. I think that's enough for that kind of food. You can put some more different foods, like I said before, some algae food like tree algae or
yeah.
spirulina. Yeah, but it's really hard to say how much you have to put on your tank. You have to check it by
Yeah, of
yourself.
course, of course. It's just it's experience. It's give the same quantity and see if it's too much or is less. And every day we are try to see how much we need to give. One of the
Yeah,
things,
of course.
I have see. Is a guy, Gonçalo Abreu Simões, and say, fantastic, Pro Defense, really, it's fantastic. I know the people who don't have use, don't have idea, don't
We
have
can put
idea.
only comments, and that will be okay. We should
Yeah,
say just okay. We have a pro defense. It's fantastic. Okay, see you guys. Now
yeah,
let's talk
yeah,
fish.
yeah,
That's enough.
Marcy, because most of the time we see so many products in the market, and we never know if they are really good or it's just publicity. My experience, it's well, I have thousands of fish in Brazil and also here in Portugal,
Yeah,
1,000 of discos, and it's really amazing. And what I also see is the immune system, and they don't have disease. I don't have problems, white faces or some kind of problems in the wild discos after use the Pro Defense. So it's because I recommend. You can imagine to recommend something is because it's really good. I just sell discos. I don't sell tropical. I just recommend tropical because it's really good and Um, let's see if I have another question. In this moment, this is also from Nelson from Portugal, north of Portugal.
okay.
In this moment, what is the food to ornamental fish and also to discus, of course, with more protein in the market?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that the micro size of the Pro Defense has 60%, so it's a lot. I'm not sure if it's something more not tropical. In tropical, that is probably the highest level. Can't say anything about the different one.
Of course, but in tropical is for sure the food with the more protein, Pro Defense.
Yeah. Like most of this different sizes of Pro Defense has like about 50%. So it's enough for the most fish like the Discus because they just need it. Yeah. And if you don't want to give them, I don't know, beef hearts or something like this, you prefer that kind of food, it's actually one of the best for me.
Yeah. But beef heart, well, in my opinion, it's not good for the quality of water. I don't use feeding the fish in the jungle. When they catch the fish, they put in a big hood box, and we start feeding. Not with Pro Defense because I don't have Pro Defense in Brazil, but we start feeding with grains and flakes, they come to the farm eating the tropical. So it's all and it's nice because some people ask me many times if they prefer 3-algae or spirulina or D50. And it's the same. What I give, they eat. So when the fish have a good health, doesn't matter what kind of food I give. Of course, I try to mix because I think it's better for the health of the fish. But I think tropical Pro Defense gonna change the food for the fish. Each people who use gonna see the difference.
Yeah, it is different, but it's also when you use the base products for the Discus like D50, the Asta Color, or the wild one, you know, the wild Discus, and they're also very good. But it's the one only different for me is the softnesses of the Pro Defense. The granules have some softness, which is really good for the fish. It's easier for them to eat it. So I know some people who actually mix this. They're giving the D50 and they're giving the Pro Defense, and sometimes they use the soft line because they say they like it. And they're really happy, and the fish are very healthy, and I think they don't have any problems with immunity system. So yeah,
I think so.
This is the big problem, you know, when you have like nice tank, you buying really nice, expensive fish. You just really need to have the product which is giving them, you know, the protection.
Yeah.
And that's how that food works. And yeah, I'm pretty sure then this is actually a good explanation when you're looking on your fish, because your fish, they were like caught somewhere in the wild, then you probably have them in your place there in Brazil, then they have to fly to Europe. So they had a lot of stress there, and if they eat the same product or the same quality of product here, and they healthy, they still healthy, it's mean then that's really works.
Yeah, and it's very easy when after travel, if they eating tropical, for example, in the Santarem in Amazon, and when we make the export, and after 1 day, 2 days, they start eating is the same food. Also, I recommend and I give to all my customers a kit with tropical samples, and why? Also because perhaps they have problems to feeding the fish, and if they have that sample of the same fish, same food the fish eating here, they give, and the fish start eating very, very quick. So tell me, Marcin, they have Tropical have a new product from the to water conditioning, right?
Yeah, this is the water conditional, yes, and this is the Supreme. That's the name of the product. It's a really good water conditioner with aloe vera. And what is good for me, then it's working very fast, and approximately 1 milliliter is for the 50 liters of raw water, the
Yeah.
top water. So basically, when you have like, the small bottle, 100 milliliters, you have like, I don't know, 300-liter tank. You can have it for a long time. It's because it works just, when you adding this, and it's working very well because has this aloe vera. So I'm also using this now when I have some new fish coming to my place. I'm putting them to the small tanks, keeping with the quite fresh water with the water conditioner. It's working very well. So I'm really happy. I think then aloe vera is working a bit on this anti-stress thing. So yeah, it's cool product. As somebody is making new tank or something like this.
Yeah. I have another question from a Portuguese. The food like flakes and brands we have in the market, um, D15 Plus is a
Yep.
big difference for the quality of the food, or make any change in something. It's different to D15 from the other food from Tropical. I think so. D15
Like
is different kind of food. How it's made, what we have is different for the others food.
D50,
Yeah,
when you compare it, I don't know, for the super wheat or something like this, it
yeah,
will be, because it have to be, because when we prepare some food, we trying to prepare it especially for the fish, the special species of the fish, like the discus or like the fish from Malawi. When you have food for Malawi, basically it's big different between this food and probably food for the discus, because the Malawis, especially um, they eat different kind of algae and stuff like this. So yeah, it's every food has a different even different amount of the protein. You can't have some
yeah, yeah.
the level of the protein so high in some of the species. So yeah, so you can see the difference. Yeah,
We're waiting for more questions. I think I have a
but it
question.
could be but it could be easy to to have the same food, just to call it different. But yeah, it's not like that. We really making everything different.
Different, of course. We
Yeah.
have a question from Germany. I don't know Germany language. I'm waiting for the translator. Is for
Okay.
Johan. Uh, you know Germany?
No, no, no.
No?
I
No.
don't
You
speak
can
German.
help me now. You can help me now.
Unfortunately, no.
I understand hello and,
Yeah,
and,
same.
yeah, but Discus from Santarem Discus also to private. Well, yeah, you understand what is a translate? It's just about if we Santarem Discus
Yeah.
sell fish from in Germany for any wholesaler. No, we don't have any wholesaler in Germany now, and the website it's selling to private here in Portugal. In Germany is to sell to in Germany in Amazon is to sell to wholesalers. I have here Niels. Niels is one of our customers who have amazing collection of wild discos, unbelievable. And how
Oh.
long can your store tropical dry fruit after opening? Is a good question.
It's the first thing is depend when you keep it, where you keep it, because like when you have a place where it's a bit of wet, like in a fish room, it's probably can be bigger problem than when you have a really dry place. But the truth is, then I'm keeping the even that size of the, this is 1,000 milliliter, so 1 liter of food, and I'm keeping this for like even few months, just open with the cup. I don't have a cup here, but yeah, and it's anything bad happening. So I also use the big buckets, because when I have more fish, I'm buying the bigger buckets, and I never ever had a problem with that food.
Yeah. Me also. Well, the food goes very quick because it's many fish.
Yeah, when you have a lot of fish, you don't have any problem with that.
For example, I have received 1 week ago 2.5 kilos of Pro Defense, and I
Okay.
have just a little bit for tomorrow. So 2 kilos is and half is a week. Give just one time Pro Defense. So depend on how many fish, but usually my experience, it's if we close well, if you close well the food, the bottle of the food, is no problem, and can keep for a long time. I have another question from Nelson. For your experience for so many years, try different kind of food. It's you think it's food with alio make the difference? Alio, it's garlic.
Garlic.
You see the garlic in the food because, for example, the alio
Yeah.
food I also use. You think make the difference?
Yes, it is. It's again working working very well for the immunity system, especially for the worms. And I'm also using some garlic food, and it's for me again. It's sometimes it's when you don't have a problems, but you're using something like I'm using this food for the years, yeah. And the Pro Defense I'm using, I don't know, now it's probably longer than you, so it'll be half of the year. But before that, I was using different flakes and stuff. And if you're using this and you don't have a problems, so that means that it's work. I can't say it will be working for everyone, and I can't say that if your fish have internal problems like the worms or something, it helps,
It's alio.
because probably it's too late. Yeah, you need to use some medicine. But if you just want to protect your fish, it's really good to mix it.
Yeah.
Especially then you can use it like in a flakes, so it's a bit different now than sometimes you're using granules, sometimes flakes. The fish like it because they have different way of feeding. Yeah,
Yeah.
flakes
It's
stay longer on the top of the tank, so top of the water, the granules going down, so it's
It's like
really
it's like
better.
it's like you say. If the fish are very skin and well a lot of worms, it's not because we give garlic they gonna lose. But
Yeah.
if we give the garlic for a health fish every day or uh, day after day or 3 times for a
Yes. Yes.
perhaps it helps. So it's what you mean.
I
Um,
can see that. I can see that question actually. We don't have Pro Defense in the flags.
Now you
Yeah.
have, yeah. Now it's more easy because I can put the
And
question here, and you also can talk about that.
yes.
Um,
And we
yeah,
don't think it's that we need it, because of this, as like I said before, the softnesses. um we, every fish can eat the Pro Defense, so we don't need to make it like a flakes. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's also, I think it's also easier
Fish
for those
eating.
bacteria to stay longer in these granules rather than in flakes. So it's also that's
It,
why the
it,
granules are better.
It's a nice question because 2 years ago, many people, I think not two, I think 4 years ago, when Tropical made the wild grand discos, many people comes to me and write to me, send me emails or some private message, and they ask me, "Oh, Ugo, can you talk with Tropical if they're gonna make the wild flake discos?" And I ask why, and they say, "Well, because I know the composition of the food is really good, and it is really good, but the grain most of the time it's stay in the aquarium is too soft. It's don't go down to the bottom of the aquarium." And one time I speak with Bekir, and I ask, "Do you think it's possible one day have some flakes with the same composition of the wild grain discos?" And he say, "Oh, we're gonna think about that, but it's not so easy like you imagine." You know
Yeah,
something about that?
it's not so easy. It's not so easy, and then for us, when we like just looking as a hobbyists, we think then everything can be made. But yeah, if you want to put something really good to the food, it's hard to make it floating, because some products which you have to use just making this, going sinking very fast. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice to see how floating the grand from wild discos grand is floating, and sometimes
I lost you a
you
bit
lost
for
it.
a
And
yes, just
now
for a second.
the wild discus brand sometimes is floating. For example, when I try to mix it first with some water of the aquarium, and then put inside the aquarium to down
Yes,
the bottom of
yes.
the aquarium. It's floating.
Then it's easier.
Yeah, yeah. You think you recommend to make that?
You
Put
don't
some
have anything else. It's if you want to just sync them, yeah, you have to do something like that.
like that. Yeah, yeah. We have a French Pascal, ça va
All
bien?
right.
Il faire a question en français. Je vais translate to English. Essa já está feita. Era preciso essa do Pascal. Savoir respirer des pour les fans comme donner votre épousé sur un jour.
That's probably really hard questions. Yeah.
Yes, it's not easy. I would like to know between spirulina, D15, and Prodifense, how give in optimate a day by day. So he asked the question is when he made the spirulina 15D and Prodifense, what is the best way to give in a day? It's mix it or give a different way, different times. I think it's that.
I think I don't know what you do, but I think it's good to, I don't know, if you want to really use those three products, it's good to put the spiruline together with each of them. So basically, you can put like D50 and a bit of spiruline. I don't know, this in the morning, at the evening.
Yeah.
You can use for defense and again spiruline. Especially, I don't know what kind of, if he used the spiruline as granules or flakes, but I think if you use the flakes, because you have two different granules here, if you use the, or I don't know, maybe the 50 also it's in the flakes, but in this situation, but if he used the granules, I think it's, even for fish, it's a fun to looking something on the bottom and a bit of on the top of the water. So yeah. So
we do like that. We try to we give 4 times a day. and each time we give, we make that we give different food. For example, every morning, usually, and it's one of the rules here. One of my workers is just give for the morning when he arrives to the farm, giving pro defense, and then near the lunch we give again food, and usually we give spirulina or D15 plus, and we change, but we give all the
All
time
right.
different foods each time we give. I think is the most correct. And another question: do you think it's easier for the discos? Do you think it's easier for the discos, and why they prefer wet grams before gave him to them? Yeah, is the question about more or less about we are talking about the wild discus gram?
Yes.
We do that, Philippe. How are you, Philippe? Big hug from me. Well, we have speak about that, and yes, we do that because they are floating, and some floating, others goes to the bottom of aquarium, and we prefer to put some water of the aquarium and give them to down. And is one of the best foods for me from tropical. My best seller now and my top is Pro Defense. The second one it's Wild Discos brand, and then we have the 3 algae and well spirulina. Well, it's difficult with Pro Defense. We see the effects he made in the fish. With the others, it's not so easy to see because all of them they are really good and keep the fish with a very good health. And but it's important to say this. It's important to say this, and I don't know what you think, Marcin. Um, Pro
I'm
Defense,
sorry. I've just read the question, another question, and
yeah,
it's fun.
this one.
Yeah,
I
but it's not
think
about discourse. That's good.
I think
You should give the answer. Anyway, back to your to the last question with the food. I think with that the discus grants, the wild discus grants, yes, it's good to put it to the water first and then add it with the water to sink it faster. Yeah,
yeah,
but like with Pro Defense, you don't need it. It's just sinking. It's not sinking very fast, but it's still sinking. So for me, it's actually good because I have the angels, and the angels they eat from the bottom, of course, but they like to also eat when it's sinking slow. Something is sinking slowly, so it's really good food for them.
yeah. One of the things tropical um, working a lot. It's in the last years. It's the quality of the food. For we don't have problems with the quality of water. And for what I think and what I have tested,
Mhm.
what's happened? Pro Defense and the soft line, for example, we don't have problems with the quality of the water, no dirty water. And sometimes they don't eat everything because we give the last time, for example, until we go dinner and we just back next day to the farm, and sometimes they don't eat everything, and the quality of the water is still very good, so no problems for destroy the water. So I think softline and Pro Defense is in the top level of the quality of food for ornamental fish now. What do you think about?
Yes, because they for the long time after you feed them, they stay uh, in the same, I don't know how to say, in the same stage. Yeah, so they're not going on the pieces. They
Yeah,
just stay in the same stage. So basically, they not. You can't have a cloudy water after that. You don't have any small pieces floating around, and it's easier for fish to find it because it stays in the same place. So yeah, and I also never had a problem with the water quality. Maybe if I overfeed my babies, sometimes when I have like 500 babies in one tank and I'm trying to feed them a lot, and sometimes I don't have the time to do the water change. It might be, but in my case, it's because of the overfishing. I don't know how to say that. Overcrowding the tank, yeah. No, and then overfeeding. But if you have like tank at your home and you just feeding fish as you should, there shouldn't be any problem with tropical.
Yeah.
I never ever had a problem with that because of the food.
Yeah, I think so. We have a question from India why the food is not easy available, but that is a question. I don't know, Marcin, because Tropical have a website, and in the website is a
Yes,
good web, and they're very
there is
easy.
a map.
Yeah, and you can
Yes,
see what you can see the dealers, the different dealers, distributor in each
yes.
country. So
And
I
I think
recommend.
there is two distributors in India, so it shouldn't be so hard to find it there.
Yeah, yeah. Another question from a Portuguese: if we give Pro Defense every day, and if is any problem to give Pro Defense every day?
No,
I can speak about my experience. What do you think,
okay.
Martin? What do you think?
Like I said before, I'm feeding this now every day, and I have no problem at all. So I'm using Pro Defense every day. Just adding some other foods,
Yeah.
but my base feeding is always based on the Pro Defense.
It's important to say the probiotics they are in the some yogurts in Portugal and in other
Yes, yes,
places in
yes,
the
yes,
world.
yes.
So it's something really good for the health, not just for the fish but also for the human. And it's something who have tasting for a long time, and it's working. For the fish, I don't have any. For the fish, I don't have. Sorry, for the fish, I don't have. Any dub. For example, I use not Pro Defense, of course, but I use, for example, a probiotic to myself. Um, it's a probiotic Bactocillus subtilis, and
It's the
each day
same. It's the same one which we use in the Pro Defense. Yeah.
exactly. And I buy these in France, and I eat one pills for day, and more or less 3 4 weeks. I don't know, but it's I feel I don't know if I feel better, but my body is better. And, perhaps is that what's happened with the fish? I need to test also with me. But the point
You have
is,
to you have to talk with them. Maybe they can say something.
yes, I try. I speak with the Discus. They don't reply me. Sometimes it's boring, but I try. Anyway,
It is
Fabio,
important to speak with your fish. I'm doing this as well.
it's important to say, Fabio, is no problem to give Pro Defense every day. We give Pro Defense every day. Marcin gives to his the fish he have in
Yes.
his farm Pro Defense every day, and a little bit just when, for example, we give in the morning when we open the lights after half an hour we start feeding all the tanks, and I recommend to give Pro Defense for the fish, and there is no problem to give every day. I think you're gonna have a very good experience with Pro Defense.
It's one more thing. It's one more thing about the probiotics in a Pro Defense. We check it in laboratories, and so they grow those bacteria on our food, and it really works. So they check it. You can grow the bacteria on this food. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
everyone should be happy.
yes, of course. Kapil is from United States. He's a good friend who I meet in Amazon, and
All right.
he tell is no problems with the quality water in when he give tropical, because he's one of the tropical fans, because after he goes to Amazon and looking for my fish fatly and healthy and eating a lot of tropical, he starts giving tropical in the United States, and it's working and it's happy, and like we see never had the water quality issues. So Thanks for participate, Capil. A big hug for you. Keep
Yeah, I
safe.
think that we wish to have more products in US. At the moment, I think we don't have a lot, so hopefully it can, be better and better there.
Another question. It's the gel formula. If we use here, well, to be honest, we have used, but when it's finished, we forget to make again, and we make that at home, like we imagine. Here, I don't have cooking to make, so. But the eating, yes, the eating, it's a good product, and I try to make with medicaments and also the eating with medicaments. For example, medicaments from Manaus Aquarium, I mix a little and the eating. So, and I think it works. But
There is only one. There's only one thing about the gel formula. It's a really good food. It's actually very good food. But the most of us, if we use some frozen food before, uh, sometimes the frozen food is divided on the small bricks, so we can put each of them to the water. And when you're doing the same with gel formula, you have to remember that the gel formula it's really fatty food. So it's a lot of food in a small piece. So sometimes if you have like piece like 1 by 1 by 1 centimeter, it might be the same like I don't know, like a really big pinch of granules. So
oh,
just be careful to not put it too much to the tank. Yeah,
oh yeah, good advice.
it's good because it stay longer. You
Stay
have
longer. It's
food,
yeah.
but
If we put in the tank and we go next 2 days, still there, no fungus, no nothing, still there. And sometimes the fish, well, they eating and they try again. I have here a good question. Also, Philippe say he have a test, of course, tropical. I think you read by overfeeding, and for me, it's a big difference for tropical than the other brands. I have the same opinion, Philippe. That's happened with me. It's for many reasons we just give tropical food from the science last 8 years to our fish. We have tested another brands, and we decide to ask tropical if they can give some sponsor to us. And well, we are feeding for the last 8 years,
mhm.
but, just good results, and the fish are happy and fatly and with health. So we are happy with that. Another question from Paul Fernandes. How many people works in the department, in the tropical department for research and desenvolvimento? It's how I say, how many people works in the tropical department to make new foods, new kind of foods? Research, you know
That's
that?
that's a good question. I don't know all of them. They are for sure. There are few people working on that, but that's not only them. Because, like, of course, we have a few people working in laboratory, but we also have the experts. So even me doing some research about this, what we want to do. So we have like few experts, and the another thing is that when we making something, after that we checking this also like in the places like my place, yeah. So we have to be sure then everything works very well.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the first time I go to tropical in Poland. I think 7 years ago, something like that. And to for the people who are listening and for the people who want to see again this live shot, I need to use a mask like now. Everybody use, but I need to use a mask. I need to put something in my head I need to put something, some clothes to enter in the parts of the farm who makes the food. And also I
Yep.
see all the kind of the foods they mix it, all natural foods, and with a very
Yes.
good quality. I smell and I see with my eyes how they made the food in tropical. That is for me an unbelievable experience, because then I see why.
It's
I
not
understand.
not many people seen that before.
I
So
know, I know, I know. It's back here who take me there, and well, for me, it's an amazing experience. I can speak about that. In that time, I understand why the food from Tropical have so good quality, because how you how Tropical made the food is really high quality food. It's not. I don't know. I don't speak about the others, but I know what I give to my fish is really really good quality, and how they made with all the security, and how, yeah,
yes.
it's unbelievable. It's something, feeding 100% the dry fish food is more than sufficient for you think is correct. It's just tropical, short of foods, and no more frozen type foods. My fish are super healthy. Your tropical are sure your foods are sufficient for grow the fish for the juveniles and to adult without use frozen type of food. Entry life of Discus without problems.
Yeah, I can say anything about the Discus
Yeah.
because yeah, we talked
you have
last
you
time.
have
I
you
had
have
them.
angels. Is more or less the same. Angels,
Yes, but
angels who keep wild discos and keep angels, more or less the same. It's different fish, but well, it's not so.
true.
Yeah,
But when I'm feeding my fish from the fry to the adult one, because I'm also you know, when I'm breeding my angels, I'm also every, maybe not everyone every one, but every time when I have babies, but I'm trying to pick the best ones and
hmm
leave left them.
hmm
And so when I'm so I have adult ones which were actually growing in my place, and uh, a lot of them it's only on the dry food.
oh yeah, no,
Except
never
maybe
frozen food.
except this first days, as I said, when I'm using the I'm
Yeah,
using yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's a question. Tropical never imagined to have Artemia eggs of Artemia to mate, because you have
No,
the farm.
we had them
Oh yeah.
years ago. Yeah,
Oh, years ago.
yeah. The tropical had them years ago, but we don't have them now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Because you have the salt.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's good salt. I'm actually using that salt also.
Yeah, it's something I waiting from tropical, is that salt, because I want to test when I'm gonna make Artemia, and it's not easy to find this kind of salt in the market. It's easy to find Artemia eggs, but not the salt without yodo and something like that. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
something I'm gonna try next weeks when a new order arrives. A
You should.
question. Yes, I need I'm a guy with a lot of curiosity. I like to
You
test
will
and
be
see
growing. You will
work
be growing Artemia to the
to the
full
fish.
size.
Oh, when I start breeding, for sure. Um, it's any European rules for the production of food to fish? Good question, Paul. And I know tropical have that rules, European rules for the production of the food to the ornamental fish.
Oh, that's a actually hard question for me. But yeah, the for sure the quality, because you know they checking our products. So yeah, we have to have like really high quality. But
Yeah,
also, I know even then the level of astaxanthin
Yes.
can't be too high. So we also have only that what we can have. So yeah, we have to every company has to go through the rules which are in the European Union. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I know the Pro Defense win some contest for the quality, because the quality of the food, and I see if you have some rules from the in Europe about the how Tropical made the food. I try because I have seen news in the website a few weeks ago, and one of the trophies Tropical win is because have a rule, a specific rule to because the food they made. So for sure they have a lot of rules. Let me check. I'm looking for the in the website, because in the website of
And that's
we
what you said. And even when you in our company and you see the process of the
yeah.
production, you can see that everything is clean, everything
Oh,
is nice and looking as like the new one.
unbelievable,
And it's not
unbelievable.
because we don't use it, but because we really trying to keep it clean and you
I,
know.
I'm going to be very honest. I never imagined it's going to be like that, because I think I imagine now with coronavirus, I feel like a guy who goes inside the hospital, the clothes, something in my head, the mask, also the shoes. They put some plastics to the
Yeah.
shoe goes inside. So after that, I can enter in the farm. So they have attention for that kind of things, and no bacterials, no problems can go inside the farm where they make the food. And it's
just
amazing.
just just remember that we making products for the fish, not only for the fish,
Yeah,
but for the fish. And a lot of us, it's hobbyists, so we just want to make everything the best,
of
with the best quality.
course.
A lot of people working there is using these products on his fish. So yeah,
Yeah, it
so
must be like that, isn't it? It's something really important, I think. I try to find, but I try to find in the website. I know is there something about the rules of how they made the food, and is one of the institutes who decides if they have got all agreements to have that.
yeah, we are checking, so don't worry.
Okay, okay. Let's see if we have another question here. Um, Gel foods. And tell me, Marcin, I have asked this question in the last live we made in Instagram. Is
Okay.
any new product comes to the market, or for now just the water conditioner?
It is the new product which is coming on the market. It's a product for the marine fish, especially for the clownfish and other small fish living in the reef tanks. But it's yeah, anything for the freshwater. So for the freshwater fans, there is nothing special, the new one yet. But yeah, for the marine, it's a really good product. We checked this in one of the breeder
Yeah.
farm, and yeah, the fish love it. So yeah, we're happy because it's really works.
Um, is one question I like to make. I have made this one time. The last time I been with Becky, I asked him if
Okay.
tropical gonna make some vitamins. I know all the foods have some a percentage of vitamins, but
Yes. Yes.
I use vitamins in with my fish. I give 2 3 times a week in the foods, in the flakes and the grains.
Okay.
Tropical have any plan to make some vitamins to put in the food or put in the water?
Actually, I'm be honest. I didn't talk about it. Uh, I never asked. And as I said before, even if we have a plans, it's
We
you
cannot talk
know.
about.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
course,
Yes.
of course,
Yes.
of course, of course. So we don't have this year Interzoo. Perhaps next year, for what I read, they're gonna give Interzoo in next year, isn't it?
Next year. Yes.
So perhaps new products come until that, and
Oh,
perhaps
for sure. For
In
sure.
Interzoo they start with new products because usually we make that. It's all the time when I go to
Yes.
do it,
Yes. Yes.
new products.
Yes, we were prepared this year for the Interzoo, but because of all this situation, we couldn't be there. So yeah, uh, hopefully everything will be all right in next year, and we can catch up there with our fans because I know that a lot of people, and not only from Germany, coming there to see what is happening in the aquarium industry, because it's a really good place to meeting people and talk about new products. So that's why we just preparing everything for that days. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So next year, Interzoo, uh, we will be there, and yeah,
With perhaps new
and
products,
you will see
perhaps a
something
new
new.
vitamin or a new food with some like pro defense with some because I think gonna change the probiotic gonna change the food of the fish, and I think it's something tropical. Make a good work and perhaps can make much better with a new formula. I don't know if they're working on that. You know something about that? You can speak a little about that, or it's like again.
The little birds didn't say anything. Maybe next time.
Okay, okay,
I will ask. I will ask.
yeah. Guys, I don't know if you have any question for me, and the best question. The best question. This one, it's really good. The size of the food for the fish, I think, is one of the good questions. But for this hour, we are speaking 1 hour. What do you think? One of the good questions they have made to you, Marcin? You remember
Uh,
some of them?
except that one with the betta fish. Uh,
The better
I don't
fish.
know.
Oh,
You didn't answer. You should.
I think we don't speak about that.
Yes.
You remember that question?
Yes. Yes. I remember. I think the question was about if anyone can keep actually different fish. Yeah, except
Is this
the
one?
fighter. Yeah. Yeah. You can keep one male with the different different fish and should be fine. Yep. And you can try the or soft line beta, which is really good for the betas, and yeah, you'll be happy.
Yeah, you know, now I have here a fish we call Mike Tyson, and because he is fighting with us, and
All right.
we cannot go close the aquarium because he comes to fighting with me. So, and
Seriously.
yeah, and if we put the hand in the top of the aquarium, he comes to eating my fingers. And one of these days, I'm joking, put the hand in the top of the aquarium, and he jumped outside just to try to take my. It's a wild disco. I never see this before. and it's something.
But it's a male or female? Can you say that? Not.
I don't know, but it's crazy. The guy, when he see me, he wants to fighting with me. You can imagine a wild discus want to fighting with me, and now the unbelievable is not just one. Another one comes in another aquarium with the same attitude. And what I think is the fish is with so good health, eating tropical every day, also pro defense all the morning. The human system, they are perfect. They are full of energy. They want to fighting with human. I never see this. He's not a piranha. He's a wild discus.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
maybe the piranhas pretend they are discus.
I think he have some blood of piranha.
Clad piranha.
Well,
Might be.
what do you think? What do you think can
Maybe
be?
on your 50.
I know what's happened. I think he controlled the aquarium. He stayed there for a long time. I think the aquarium is from him. He want to protect the others. It's like in the jungle, in the environment. All the time we have a fish in the front of the others, and wants to fighting with someone who comes to see. And all the time we have one fish coming to us and the others in the backs. And the same happened in the aquarium is what I understand now. Well, we need to give the T-shirt. I don't know if there is more questions, but we passed 1 hour. It's
Right.
and I need to give the T-shirt and the gel formula and the soft line America for someone who made a good question. What do you think for you, Marcin? What is the one of the good questions?
For sure, the first one, which was about the different sizes of the food. And,
Yeah, this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. So, Mr. Ognek Polenak, I don't know if I say well. I think you say much better this name than me because I'm Portuguese.
Okay.
Polenak.
Polenek? I don't know.
I think so. So, Mr. Polanek, I'm gonna ask you what is your address. It's a gift from Tropical Santarem Discus for participating in this live chat. Marcin, thanks once again to accept my invite to speak about Tropical. I hope we have more times like this. I think this is important to Tropical, important to all the customers. Listen, someone for Tropical speak about the products and for all the questions you can.
And hopefully next time I can ask you a question, some questions to you, because yeah, there is a lot of questions, especially about the fish and all the stuff with around the fish. So yeah, hopefully
I have idea. It's important to say next Friday we have a live chat with Mr. Andreas from Manaus Aquarium, and he's also one of our sponsors. And I invite him to come, like you, Marcin, to this live chat to speak about the Manaus Aquarium. And what I want to make is something different. Is put you, me, and some guys, for the guys of the fish, of course, professionals, make questions to everybody. So make not just a live chat between two guys, but with more people speaking about the tropical, about the fish, about the experience. And well, it's just an idea, and I hope you will accept my invite to come.
For sure.
Anytime. Marcin, thanks a lot. Once again, I'm really happy for you accept my invite, and all the best for you. Keep safety.
And you too. And thank you very much, guys, for all the questions. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Marcin. Thank you. Okay, guys, it's time to say goodbye. Mr. Polenak win gel formula, soft line, and a t-shirt from Santarem Discus we're gonna send with a big pleasure to his house by UPS, and I just want to ask the address. And we're gonna be here again. We're gonna be here again next Friday with Manaus Aquarium. So, who have questions about disease? Who have questions about the below seal, octosil, lemony seal? Come to this live chat. We go to your home, to your computer, to your mobile phone, to make waiting for your questions. Okay, good weekend. Thanks for everybody comes, and we see soon again here in this Facebook page. Why this is from Amazon. Good weekend. Thank you.